Hey guys, it's Chris, and I've got something very fun and exciting to share with you guys today. I'm sure you can see these paintings that I've got on screen right now are not my usual work, and that's because I was recently sent some paper samplers from Legion Paper of a couple of their watercolor papers and this Yupo paper. What is Yupo paper? It's not like any paper I have ever used. It's smooth and glossy and waterproof. Yes, waterproof watercolor paper. When I first started using it, I was very confused, I'll admit that, but now that I've been using it for a couple of weeks, I think I'm getting the hang of it and creating something really beautiful with it and going outside of my art box. It's been super fun. So I'm going to show you guys some examples first and talk about how I did them, and then I'm going to move on to a demo of an abstract painting on the paper. So, these first couple are watercolor washes. This one's got some glitter watercolor in it. So you can see it, I don't think you can see it very well on camera, but it does shimmer. This is micron pen underneath. I traced a stencil and washed over it with the watercolors to get this effect. And this one is actually ink on top of the watercolor wash. I didn't start with a sketch here. I just watercolored the background and let the colors kind of go where they wanted to, and then took one of my pencils and drew on top of the watercolor after it was dry, so you can erase it off without affecting the watercolor underneath, which is amazing, and then did my ink sketch on top. So that's kind of doing it in the opposite order here, and I think it worked out very well. Then it's mermaid, so we couldn't go without a mermaid. This is just watercolors on the paper, done kind of abstractly and layered on top of one another. That was the only media I used on this piece, was the watercolors, and I think it is beautiful. And I've tested a couple other mediums on here too. There's more watercolor and glitter paint. This one I used graphite and masking fluid to keep the watercolor within this border and block off these red and gold sections to do later. And the masking fluid went on the paper great. It did not hurt the paper any. It didn't lift my sketch off. It just worked really well. And this piece is mixed media. I did it with markers on top of a graphite sketch and then lined on top of the markers with a micron pen and used watercolor and salt to create these borders. And you might notice this piece is a little bit warped. That's because this gold right here I embossed on the paper, and heat plus this paper is, I wouldn't recommend it. I melted the paper a little bit. Oops. So, I'm really enjoying this paper. It's pushed me out of my comfort zone because you can erase ink off of it. So that completely eliminates my usual process, which is pencil, sketch, ink, color. So I've had to find some new ways to work on this paper, such as watercoloring right over a graphite sketch or doing my ink on top of the watercolor once it's already done. And it's helped me grow as an artist, I believe. So I'm very happy with this paper. It's a little bit tricky when you first start using it because the watercolors are a little unpredictable. And I'm going to show you how I created some of these paintings. I hope you enjoy. Let's move on to the demo. Okay guys, are we ready to start painting? But wait, Chris, your paper isn't taped down. That's okay, because I'm using the Yupo paper, and it doesn't absorb the water, so it doesn't work. You don't need to tape your paper down. How cool is that? I'm going to use my current obsession of a watercolor palette, which is the Prima Marketing Odyssey palette, and I will mention all of the supplies I use in this video in the description. And I'm just going to start by loading my brush with pigment and throwing it on the paper in areas that I think it will look good. I tend to use a lot of diagonals because it draws the eye through the piece, in my opinion. And you can see the watercolor is just spreading out beautifully, naturally on this paper, and just flows into each other. making it pretty much effortless to create these beautiful abstract paintings. And I'm going to stop talking and just let you guys enjoy the painting. Okay, so here is our finished painting. It was a lot of fun to create, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Final thoughts on this paper. It is a lot of fun to use, and while challenging, it stimulates the mind via problem solving. And if you would like to see me demo more materials on this paper, like markers and inks, crayons, whatever you want to see, leave this video a like and comment with what you would like to see next. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.